Part 2. The Only King. SIA stood in a dark room, staring at a blank white screen, slack-jawed as she tried and failed to comprehend what she had just witnessed. Suddenly, from out of the darkness, a giant tomtor pierced her neck, and her body and head instantly turned to stone and crumbled to pieces. A large clawed hand reached out and unleashed trillion upon trillion streaks of multicolored lightning at the screen. The blast created a swirling vortex, and from the darkness stepped forth a giant bipedal dragon. The dragon had black scales, flecked with gold all over his body. A black wooden sheath was on his hip, and two giant black leathery wings extended from his back. The dragon threw his head back and let out a roar before quickly flying through the portal. The creature laid on its side beneath the tree, staring out at the lava sea. Suddenly, the smoke clouds started to twist violently. The clouds then dispersed, and a giant vortex opened up in the sky. A giant clawed hand of the dragon shot out of the portal, followed by his body. The creature looked up and saw the dragon looking down on him. The dragon flew down, and even as it hovered, it towered over the creature at 70 feet tall. The dragon took a whiff of the air and scarfed. "So, you are the creature who caused the death of my kin," said the dragon. The creature looked at the dragon and tilted its head from right to left. The dragon turned around and flew toward the shore of the ashen beach. The dragon pulled out his blade and touched the tip of the sword to the lava. The slag then transformed into stone. The dragon walked out and stood in the middle of the stone, yelling, "Oi, let's get this over with." The creature walked onto the giant stone slab and stood a few yards away from the winged beast. The vortex then closed, revealing trillions of twinkling stars. The dragon then shrunk down to 6 feet, causing his sword to shrink with him. The top of the blade melted. The dragon looked at his blade, then stuck it into the stone and got into a boxing stance. "Now, before we start the show, I'd like to introduce myself. Name's Jansen." "And you are?" he asked. The beast stared at him in confusion, which caused Jansen to chuckle. "That's Rich. SIA thought you were being rude, but you just don't understand me, do you?" Jansen chuckled. "Well, who cares? I'm here for a vengeance, and that is what I'll get." Jansen then quickly sprinted toward the creature and raised his right hand, aiming to eviscerate it. The creature jumped back, dodging Jansen's wild swipe, and countered with a swipe of its own. Jansen blocked the strike with his left and swiped his claws across the creature. It then turned to ash, and Jansen snarled, "So you stole SIA's technique? And if I remember correctly, the clone always." Jansen jumped backward as the creature landed in a squat on the ground, its claws digging into the surface.